Hello Sagittarius, welcome to the ManjulaAwakening. My name is Kiana, or welcome back if you are an existing subscriber. So guys, I want to take a look at the energetic space that is currently affecting Sagittarius. So let's just see what comes up and what comes out. It can be a what or it can be a who. Guys, this message is going to be for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, North Node, Venus, as well as any of your 9th house placements. Very significant messages here on the ManjulaAwakening for the 9th house. So the card that comes out, if you guys have been here and you follow the videos, I was just talking about the Labyrinth card on yesterday's recording. And actually, no, it was the recording I released yesterday, but I think I recorded it 2 days ago. But this is really speaking about, like this card here, it's speaking about the journey. But do you see how it's like a maze? There's something about the perception in order to make it through this journey. It definitely requires you to use other senses. Like you can't just go based off of sight is what I feel basically. Yeah, but I do feel like that as you are on this journey, there is a level of protection that is around you. Also needing to consciously make sure that you're protecting your energy. I'm also going to go on the extra limb to say that there's something about, we'll see once we get into the other cards, but I feel like that there's something that is siphoning your energy from the past that is needing you to set some healthier boundaries around you at this time. So just in case this is a who, let's use the iconic roast and see what's going on there. Spirit, who or what is currently affecting Sagittarius's energetic space at this time? Thank you, Spirit. So we have 2 cards that flew out. Ooh, we have empath and podcast. So I not only because we're on almost what would be considered a podcast, but I do feel like that, I'm going to go ahead and say it. I definitely feel like that I'm speaking to a Sagittarius that is listening to a lot of self-healing, tarot, and just stuff like that. I feel like that you're watching a lot. There could be this energy of, because of the, it's like an information overload is what I feel like Sagittarius could be enduring right now. Because with the tinfoil hat here, this is telling you to be mindful of, this in the book it talks about conspiracy theories and not wanting to believe necessarily everything that you're hearing, really needing to discern the information that's coming in here. Because I do feel like that as you're on this journey that you are taking in a lot of information. So too much information could be confusing you, especially if it's conflicting energy. Give me one moment, Sag. So let's see where we're headed, Sagittarius. This is an energetic check-in for the sign of Sagittarius. What is currently affecting Sagittarius's energetic space? What is the major arcana for the energy that is currently affecting Sagittarius? Okay, Sagittarius, I feel like that you're trying to level up. I feel like that you're definitely having a more mature outlook on, like, what is your true happiness? What, like, instead of just being blindly optimistic, I do feel like that Sagittarius is journeying towards a more mature version of happiness. And definitely, so let's just say, for instance, going out to the club used to excite you. I feel like that this is a message for a Sagittarius that now finds pleasure and, going, I don't know, to a restaurant or going to, on a wine trail or something like that. It's a more mature version of your happiness. That's the major arcana for the energy that is currently, yes, I'm definitely calling this a level up here. And with this journey, Labyrinth, thank you. Labyrinth being labeled journey, I feel like that, you've kind of been here for a while, you know what I'm saying? You've ran into, for a few times you've ran around in a circle. It's taken you a while to get to where you at, but I do feel like that you've made some progress here. Now with this tinfoil hat, because I keep being drawn back into it, I still feel the need to say, be mindful of the information that you're taking in and how you're applying it, okay? What is the arcana this? Yeah. Yes. So this is the archetype that is currently affecting Sagittarius. So here we have a Page of Cups, and in this particular Page of Cups, he's lost. It's like a fish out of water, fish out of cups. This is saying that, you know, this page isn't quite ready to handle their emotions in a mature way. However, this is saying that this is the archetype that is affecting you. This doesn't necessarily say that this is what you're in, but I do feel like someone wants to express something to you. Maybe this person feels as if they're going to drop the ball when they approach you or something like that. But let's dive in and see what's going on. We do have the King of Pentacles here at the bottom of the deck. I touched 3 decks before Spirit gave me the okay to pick it up. So there could be something significant about not going with the first 2 options, a third time being a charm. All right, Spirit, what's going on here for Sagittarius? The energy that is currently affecting Sagittarius. What's going on here, Spirit? So we have Temperance. Okay. The 6 of Pentacles. The Moon card. Give me just a second. Alrighty. So, and then we also, so we have the Ace of Swords is next. And then we have the 8 of Pentacles being in the advice position. So what's going on here is there is a tempering out of energy. There is a tempering out of energy. Things are trying to balance here. So with Temperance being here for what's going on, patience is needed here. The situation, things are equal reciprocity. What you're giving and what you're getting, what you're giving and what is being exchanged is in question here. And I feel like that Sagittarius is on the journey to identifying how to balance some of this stuff out. Now we do here have the Moon card in the challenge position, which lets me know that, you know, there's definitely some unknowns. You know, this labyrinth, it's a maze. So it's definitely not knowing how to, like, constant obstacles or blockages that you're encountering. You know that there's an opening, but it's like every time you get closer, there's another blockage, there's another something. And so it's a lot of unknowns here that is in the challenge right here. Now, what you're not seeing is there is some type of truth and clarity, because the Ace of Swords did come in for the what's not being seen. So even though the challenges, there's a lot of unknowns, these unknowns are really out of a fear. They're unknown because of the fear of looking in places that aren't well lit up. You know what I'm saying? You're not looking in the depths of situations. And to find this answer and to find this clarity, it is requiring you to go into the depths and not so much maybe rely on these podcasts that are coming through. While the podcast can be used as, or these YouTube videos, whatever it is that you're watching or listening to on your self-healing journey, there is a need to understand that it still requires you to dig deep and to really look within, because there is still more work to be done. There is something like there's still work to be done here. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like while these podcasts may be illuminating something to you, it's when it actually comes to putting in the work. I still feel like Sagittarius may feel a little under-equipped. But let's go a level deeper and see what's going on here, Sag. Let's go a level deeper. Okay. 7 of Swords, the Chariot, the 10 of Wands, and the 10 of Pentacles. You see, this particular Seven of Swords, Sagittarius, you see how this person is holding all six of the swords and leaving that Ace of Swords over there, and it's the only lit up place of this card. So this is telling me that it's like you or someone else, okay? Take this as it resonates. You or someone else is trying to move on to calmer waters without being willing to look at this truth. And if I can just be honest, this card is laying on top of Temperance and the Six of Pentacles. I am really feeling like this could be Sagittarius here, to be honest, Sag. No court cards out here yet, other than when I pulled the Archetype. But I really am feeling like this could be Sagittarius, desiring to move things onto calmer waters, but there's still some type of truth that you're unwilling, like there's still, this is in the what's not being seen. There is a truth that's not being seen. And this card here makes me wonder, is this an unwillingness to see this truth? Like, is this turning a blind eye, not seeing it because you don't want to see it? That's what concerns me, because it's laying on top of this Ace of Swords. I do have the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. So it's like something is kind of difficult here. It's like you're wandering around in circles. Wandering around in circles here on this Labyrinth card. And because the reason that there's this wandering around is because there's a truth that you have to look at, and by addressing and acknowledging this truth, it allows for something to be balanced out. Now, I was at a barbecue last night and I was talking to a friend. Sometimes we have to be mindful that, like, sometimes we get caught up, and this person did that and we did this and then they did that, so then we did this and we're done with it, right? So because the initial step was taken by someone else, and that initial action we use as a reason to justify our reaction to that, and then that person uses our justified reaction as a justified reason to react to our reaction, right? So whether we ourselves feel like it is justified or not, where does that justified action lie at on your moral compass? Because if it's out of kilter when putting it on your moral compass, it is karmic retribution to give it the validate that person's issue. You know what I'm saying? So if this let's just generic. Let's say that this is toxic as hell, but it's the only example I can think of. Use your imagination, Sagittarius. Let's say that you and your boyfriend or you and your girlfriend are at odds. Y'all broke up. Y'all separated. Well, y'all not really broke up and y'all not really separated. Y'all just not talking. And you go talk to somebody else. And let's say that y'all bump and grind, right? So then you go back to the person that you was fighting with, because then it's time to kiss and make up. So then y'all have the discussion and you tell them or don't tell them. Let's just go the easy route and say you tell them, but it offends them. So then you guys, whatever, kiss and make up and go about your relationship. Y'all split up the next time. Well, you know, after the discussion from when you went out and did your thing, you know better not to do it this time because you don't want to cause that much damage again. But this person goes out and does it this time. So for you, it's like twice this thing because this person got all down your throat about when you did it, but now that y'all not eye to eye right now, then it's okay for them to do it, right? So then you go out and do your thing and somebody gets pregnant. What, right? Let's just be honest. There's some validation that has to take place there, right? Because even though this person was on their get backs, the reality of the situation is, you know, If you want to use your body to get back at me, you know, I didn't take an inch of that dick, or I didn't feel an inch of that wetness. You know what I'm saying? That was all on you, homie. So I did it. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Touche. You know what I'm saying? Touche. Now you have to the moral thing to do in that moment is to decide. Now that you know what type of time this person is on, are you going to go back to them, or are you going to go your separate way? If you go back to them, then you going and having a baby out on them is validate their hurt feelings. There is some validation that has to happen, and a lot of people nowadays don't want to give that validation because they've put so much effort into justifying their actions. So, you know, this right here is telling me that there is something that needs to be validated, and it's going to require some patience and some tempering to balance this out. But in order to truly do so, you're going to have to look at that truth. And until then, unfortunately, I feel like that I'm talking to somebody that is kind of stuck on a maze and is really, that's why this moon card is in the challenging position. These are the two cards on top of the moon card. Cancer, the Chariot, and the Ten of Wands. To balance this out and to overcome these obstacles, it's like it's a whole lot of burden. And the reason that it's a whole lot of burden is because you yourself alone are carrying all six of these swords trying to get onto calmer waters. But the universe ain't going to help you get onto calmer waters until you're willing to look at that truth. So the universe is bringing this truth in with what's not being seen. And to be honest with you, the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles is on top of the Ace of Swords. And that's telling me that, you know, it's time to do something different. You're going to have to look at this truth. And this truth illuminates a way to long-term stability, you know, generational wealth. But it does require you to be able to look at what you're holding on to. You can't carry all of this and this at the same time and expect it to work. So that's why the Ten of Pentacles is sitting on the Ace of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles. So once you look at how you kind of making things harder on yourself, then you can, and you address it and you give it the medicine that it needs, then you can walk into your Ten of Pentacles here. Yeah, the Knight of Cups, the Nine of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, that says it all, Sag. There's definitely wish fulfillment that's trying to come in for you, but not until the Knight of Cups is sitting right on top of the Seven of Swords and the Chariot card. So once you've looked at that truth, and then you take that, you allow that truth to be the navigation to the Chariot, you're able to overcome, you're able to harness everything that you need in order to truly move forward and overcome these obstacles. And then, you know, there's this Knight of Cups energy. This is maturation from the Page of Cups. This is moving up a level. And not only that, but this is you being able to go after your true heart's desires. This is you going after your creative spark and knowing that it's going to lead to your wish fulfillment, and it's going to land you a tangible offer as well. And we got the Eight of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles all laying on top of each other. Beautiful energy. And we have the Strength card here at the bottom of the deck. This requires a different level of strength than what you're used to displaying, though. Your light is your strength. Your light is the thing that scares you, but the light is the thing that you're needing to embrace. You're needing to bring something to the light. You'd rather stay in the darks. The Eight of Cups and the Sun card. Wow. So yeah, and the Star card, that's what I'm saying. You're able to get to a place where you can leave some emotional baggage behind and begin to move things on into calmer waters. And therefore what you're working on and the things that you desire to bring into fruition begin to seem like you're able to look at it through a more optimistic lens. The Strength and the Three of Cups. with the Three of Pentacles. So, you know, this is telling me here, those are the last, I only needed one, but we'll take both of them. This is really telling me that there is, I definitely feel like that you're finding a balance between, you're understanding the difference between where you're associating where you're putting your energy at. I do feel like I'm speaking to a Sagittarius that is done playing and ready to get to the bag. I do. And that was just yesterday's. I recorded it yesterday. I released it today. Yeah, I released it today. And that was all about really shifting from celebratory friendships to partnerships that are actually beneficial to your legacy here. And I still feel like that's very significant here in this reading. Destined path, absolutely. Tame and attain. Something is definitely being tamed here with Temperance in the Six of Pentacles. And in order to tame this, you must know fully what it is that you're dealing with. Yeah, Sag, so let's get one of these and switch positions. I think I'm going to do a love reading next. I'm not sure when I'm going to release these because I do intend on going live tonight. So I want to make sure my notifications stay open for that. So we have two. Yeah, it's a time to give rather than to take, and conclusions are within reach. So you're like a time to give rather than to take. That goes back to, I do feel like that Sagittarius doesn't feel like that they have to, like there's nothing left to, like closure is theirs to give, and I don't have no reason to give them closure. But whoever's resonating with this storyline, who's on their healing journey and has been putting in the proper steps to do the healing, this is saying that there is something that you may owe validation to someone else, okay? All right, Sag, without harp, yeah, the energy is gaining momentum. So, guys, I hope this message offered you some guidance on your journey. If this message resonated, we would appreciate a thumbs up down below. And in all that we say and in all that we do moving forward, let's choose peace. Love and light, Sag.